Good morrow, Lee Peart. Welcome to episode 20 of season 2 of Fab Life with Lauren and Lee. Now, hey, before we get started, I think we need to do a little disclaimer that we are doing a pre-record. So this might not be matched with things we're doing on our personal Instagrams. So all will be revealed. But basically, we're going to talk about my holiday, finally, if we don't go off on a mad tangent. And we're going to talk about Lee getting excited to see Adele. But when you listen, I will be on a roofside pool and Lee will have seen Adele and be in a coma. So it might not match, but we're here for you and we're making sure you've got content while I'm on my jolly holes. That's what we're doing.
Exactly. I think they should thank us. You know, we're doing an episode. We're not taking a break, okay? We're just taking a kind of, we're reversing. So, not reversing? Oh God, I can't even speak. We recorded one yesterday and I feel like wrung out like a sponge. All my content within me. You know,
thank
I need
God
a week
you've had
to
your
recover.
Huel this morning. That'll keep you going, eh?
Oh,
Sponsored by Huel.
For the purpose of the listener, I'm wearing one of those Huel t-shirts that you get for free when you buy Huel.
Did you do a free trial or did you actually buy it?
I bought it way back when like in lockdown 2 or 3, I did it to try and like up my calories because I'm what the gym people would call a hard gainer. And so I need a lot of calories. I need a lot of calories, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, it said it comes with a free top because I always wondered why people were wearing these Huel t-shirts. I was like, oh my God, why would you buy a Huel
Brand
t-shirt? Is it that much of a cult?
Yeah.
Anyway, it comes free. Anyway, it's quite comfy. It's like nice.
Is it a good
little
gym top though? Because I remember Freddie got one when he did the half marathon, and it's like a really good running t-shirt. It's Nike, and then when they didn't do it because of like saving the planet, they don't want to waste all these t-shirts the next year. We were actually gutted for him because he was like, "It's such a good running top." So it's not even a good gym top.
No, not really. This is it's quite like it's not very breathable. So, but I threw it on thinking it was just a standard black t-shirt, and then Huel popped up, which apparently stands for, this is wanky, it stands for human fuel, which I'm just like, oh my God.
Fuel, but I didn't know what the H was for.
Yeah, human fuel.
Huel.
Anyway.
Oh, there you go. So everyone stinks who's wearing a Huel top then, because they're not very breathable. Stay away, guys. Disclaimer, stay away from the people in a Huel top.
Well, do you ever have it like in the house where like you sometimes just want to put a top on, but you don't want to waste a top that you would normally wear like socially or like a nice top? Like sometimes I'm just like, totally. I don't want to waste that. So this is kind of virgin on loungewear for me. Not that I'm not making an effort for this. I was going to say, nice to see
he's dressed up for the back. I'm here with a fucking false lash and a red lip on, and he's there in a stinking Huel tee. Absolutely mortified. But fine.
Hey, listen, I've got a question to pose to you. Hey now.
Hey guys.
And you know, the listeners can think of this for themselves. So way back when, I used to hate the sound of my own voice. So like, you know, when like back in the day you heard your voice back, you'd be like, oh, is that how I sound? Yeah. And now it dawned on me the other day that I don't hate it anymore. And I can't work out. Well, I think it's because we hear our voices back all the time. Like Instagram, if you put a story up and you rewatch it, or like voice notes, I always re-listen to my own voice notes. I'm like, how did that sound? Like, and now such narcissists.
I know, I always do it. Everyone does it.
Yeah, well, everyone does it to hear how it sounds to the other person, so I don't hate the sound of my own voice anymore. I don't know, like get in touch if anyone hates the sound of their own voice, because and I genuinely think it's not because I've got like more, you know, confident in myself. Maybe it is a little bit, but I think it's because we just hear it all the time. Like we now know what that sounds like over
we're so used to it.
Record.
Like it's so normal for people. And also like I don't really know many shy people, but like you do get a lot of shy people, and on their Insta still they're not shy about getting on and being like, hi guys, you know, like whatever, which is like really like seems a bit backward, doesn't it? But I think it's just like a generational thing. It's just what we do.
Yeah, or maybe as well, like as technology has advanced, microphones have got better. So maybe like before, the sound was always a bit off, so you sounded a bit odd. Maybe this is more of a accurate representation of how you sound. Anyway, it's just food for thought. Just food for thought.
Sometimes though, if I've been like listening to us on my phone, and then like my headphones have disconnected or whatever, and then it like, you know, like you hit play accidentally, and then it's like, rah! And it's like my voice really loud. Sometimes I'm not down with that, because you just hear how northern and loud it is, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, that's probably the equivalent of when you turn your camera on and it's front facing and
it's
you're
just
like
chins. It's just like 70 chins.
You're just like, oh Jesus, who's that munter? Oh, it's me.
Oh, hey hon, how you doing? So that's, well, we'll do a little, maybe a question box. We always say we might do something on the Insta, but I've been ever so slackly, so that's an apology. But about to go in holes. Oh, just whack my mic, great. And I'm going to just like lie down, maybe read, and I'll do some gramming. So maybe I'll do like a question time with me, because, you know, who wants to spend time with the husband on the holidays?
Not me, I haven't got one. Yes, okay, so it's holiday. It's holiday.
That's what Donald sing.
And I am craving a holiday. Like,
I was thinking, you've not been on one in a while, right? When was the last time you went on a hol?
Last hol I went on was Mykonos last year.
Oh, yeah, you did go on last year.
Last time I went abroad. I need a bit of sun. So this sunshine, this hot weather is really doing it for me. But it then gets to a point where you get to like, you know, especially in London, when I visit London, it's so muggy, it's so humid, it's just dry, it's hot, it's sticky. You need a pool, you need a cocktail next to the pool, you need an audiobook, you just need... So what is your holiday ritual? Well, firstly, where are you going?
Well,
tell the listeners.
I'll tell you the whole tale, shall I? So what we did was, we were after a last minute, and you've got to... The thing is, when you book a holiday, it's fun for a bit, but then you realise you have to do a lot of research into where you go in, and then find the hotel on like TripAdvisor to double check it's not like full of cockroaches, whatever, you know, or the people aren't dicks in there. So we were kind of like, we just need an all-inclusive, because it's not really our vibe, but we just both are ready for a holiday. We've both been working ever so hard. So we were kind of... Why
did you think you needed an all-inclusive? Because I love a half-board. I think for me, the perfect combination is half-board. So why did you go for the
end?
Okay, sorry to interrupt the story. Carry on. I jumped the gun. I jumped the bloody gun.
Yeah, well, a few years ago we did half-board, and then when we got there, we thought, because we might go out for dinner, blah, blah, blah. And then you just get so into relaxing, like hanging out in the pool, drinking fizz by the beach on the night, whatever. So we just went all-inclusive. We upped ourselves for like half the time we were there. So we thought, we'll just do that again and just embrace lying down. Fine. But you can't get a last-minute deal anymore, Lee. I don't know if you looked, but you know, you used to be able to get absolute steals in like really posh places. So I really wanted to do Greece or Italy. I kind of feel like I've got a Jonathan Ross R thing going on today. Maybe I should have done a vocal warm-up. You know when you're a bit like... Rah, 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 rah. Anywho, I'm going to snap out of that. God, she's lozzalogging. I hope you're strapped in, Lee.
Just for the sake of the listeners, when Lauren says a lozzalog, that's an old reference that we used to say, because like when we worked together, Lauren would just like go off on a massive kind of, and I used to say it was a lozzalog, and you have to strap yourself. It's like a roller coaster ride where you just have to like wait for it to finish. And mine was soliloquy, wasn't it?
Yeah, soliloquy. That you were soliloquying in episode 19.
Yes, I really was. Jesus. I talked about fucking whales, but anyway.
The whale episode, we'll never forget it. So I was having a look at Greece and Italy. It's not going to happen. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg. You know, and I've had a good month after the platitubes, but not that good, hun. You know, can't afford it. So we started to look at Spain, and then Freddie suggested, he was like, you're going to kill me for this. But he was like, what about Lorette de Mar? And I was like, No.
I've never heard of Lorette de Mar.
Well, the only reason I know it is because my mum went on a hen do there in the 80s. And
Right.
also, I went and did the dance Grand Prix when I was like 18 with sixth form.
Oh, clang. She dropped
I know,
that one
clang.
down, didn't she? The dance Grand Prix. I'm not letting her get away with that
International
one.
champion, son. Hate to bring it up. And it's just outside Barcelona, you know, so you can go into Barcelona for the day. It's like an hour on the train or whatever. But it is a bit like a bit Benidorm-esque. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, the beaches, it's coming up, like, because he was going on, not Forbes, but like the Telegraph do one, and there's another website anyway, and they tell you like the alternative to like a cheaper Amalfi or whatever, like, and he was like, the beaches are good, blah blah blah. So we found this one hotel, and I was like, yeah, it looks fine, and it was just outside, and then I TripAdvisored it, you know, because I use, well, like, obviously was a PA, so I'm like quite good at booking stuff because I'll do the research. I said no. I said, it's not good there. It's really not good. The website looks good, but it ain't good. Anyway, so then I like reluctantly looked at the centre of Lorette de Mar, and I found this fucking cool, like, adults only hotel, half board, two rooftop pools, and then a pool on the ground floor.
Oh, hidden gem.
Honestly, it's a hidden gem. And they have, like, I think it's where people from Spain, like, go for long weekends as well, because there's, like, a cool bar. And they have, like, acoustic musicians and DJs on as well at the weekend.
The trouble is, Lauren, what you've done here is you have set yourself up. You've set the pressure on yourself quite high here, because if this turns out to be a bit of a dump, it's all on you. So this is the worry, you know. And by the time this episode comes out on Thursday, we'll probably be able to see your Instagram as to whether or not.
I'll be crying by the pool.
If she's suspiciously quiet and there's not many pictures, you may think she's not having the best time in Lorette de Mar.
The picture is just at the same corner of the room, like the bit I've tidied. The rest of the room's a shithole.
But I was going to say, especially about spending loads of money on a holiday, like, the trouble is, you know, neither you nor I have problems spending money. We're not tight by any stretch of imagination. Probably the other way around.
Yeah.
But the more money you spend on a holiday, the more the kind of criteria of how good it has to be goes up and up and up, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, if you went to see a show for a $5 and it was a bit shit, you'd be like, oh, whatever. But if you'd spent 50 quid, you'd be furious
and you'd sit
that the
through
show
it,
was
even
shit.
though you
Do you know
didn't
what I mean?
want to. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think in my 30s, I've decided now that I will not sit through stuff. It's the sunk low cost, isn't it? So, like, for me, in intervals, I am now a thing where it's like, if I am not enjoying this, why would I put myself through it? Like, because at the end of the show, I'm going to have spent the same amount of money regardless. Yeah, exactly. So,
me and Freddie walk out as well. Like, we don't care. We just leave.
Yeah, I wouldn't walk out like halfway through the show. I'd obviously wait for the interval and this time. Yeah, but yeah, it's that thing where it's like, you know, why would you put yourself through it? I've always been a bit like that with eating. You know how, like, we get conditioned into being like, finish the food on your plate, but like, when I'm really full, I'm just like, I don't want to eat any more of this, and it's going to make me feel worse.
Awful, yeah.
And I'm still going to have spent the same amount of money, but I'm going to feel worse. It's you feel like because you've made the investment, you need to go through with it. Much like high speed rail.
High speed rail, exactly. You know, HS2. They've spent. Just keep spending, guys. No worries.
So you've got 2 rooftop pools and you're half board. So I think half board is great.
Well, they don't do all inclusive. And when I saw a friend of the pod, Graham, the other day, he got mentioned in the last episode, he said, well, he was like, you know, it's a nice hotel if they don't offer all inclusive. And I was like, that's good to know. And the breakfast comes included anyway. So we're just bed and breakfast, I've just realised. We're just bed and breakfast, because the breakfast is massive. This room, it's like a full breakfast. It's got like cheeses, fruits, like a hot omelette thing. You know, it's got all the goods. So we're just gonna go, and it's till 12 every day. The breakfast.
Oh, 12's a good one for breakfast.
Isn't that great?
Sometimes it's like 11, you're like still hungover or whatever, and you can't bring yourself to eat. And everyone's crowded around that omelette station on those holidays.
Nightmare.
Oh my God.
Nightmare.
And it's always a woman I find it's always a woman doing the omelettes. I don't know why. Every time I've been abroad, it's a woman just smashing out these omelettes, and she just throws them in, and she's like, and she's going, "What do you want? Ham and cheese, ham and cheese." Yeah,
chucking in them tiny bits of ham as
like,
well. I don't trust them
I
tiny bits
know,
of
but
ham.
you hate ham, don't you?
I
But
know,
I
but they're so
love
small.
ham.
They're so small, those bits of ham. Like, what are they?
She doesn't trust the tiny bits of ham. Yeah, where have they come from? They probably come from maybe a larger piece of ham. And
I think it's last night's
quite
ham,
small.
isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, don't say that, because I love a ham and cheese omelette.
I had an omelette just for my lunch just now, actually. It's a bit of serendipity there.
Oh, breaking news.
Breaking news. We've got loads of leftover eggs from Dolly Sticks, so it's omelette every day till we go away. Oh, I'm a poet.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, at the end of the week as well, we're doing 2 nights in the newest Hoxton Hotel in Barcelona.
Oh, nice. So you're ending out on a bit of fabness as well. Although
Yeah.
it sounds fab where you're going anyway.
Well, it does. And lo and behold, they also have a rooftop pool overlooking the cathedral in Barcelona. So it's going to be... That's the one thing, you know, where you were just saying then, if you pay for it, then you have higher expectations. The thing is with the Hoxton, it's, you know, it's going to be really good. Because we've been to a few now.
Yeah.
Like, at least you know what you're getting, so you don't mind paying for it, because you're like, I'm going to have a really fab life.
Of course. Yeah. It's not a risk, is it? You know that it's a nice hotel and you're going to be looked after.
Going to be looked after. Yeah, and they always smell amazing. You know, they always smell like... You know, like Soho House always smells really good. Like, it has their smell. The Hoxton's the same. It always smells like a spa or something. It's lovely.
It smells
Can't
of
wait.
money.
Yeah, it does. And we're in the smallest room. Like, pretending we're going up
You're
to
in
the
a
top
tiny.
floor. Yeah.
You're in a tiny. Oh, we're here at the Hoxton. We've been here all week, but we're just doing the 2 nights, you know.
When you're
'cause-
making your reel for Insta, you're putting your key on, like, the big door, but really you're just walking straight past.
yeah. And then you go down to like the bloody discounted one.
Can't wait.
Okay, so what's your ritual then? So let's say you go. So is this holiday going to be generally just relaxing? Are you going to try and go to Barcelona for the day or something, or are you just
Well, because we're doing
thinking-
Hoxton Barcelona right at the end, we're literally just going to chill. And then with my, like, excellent Googling, I've, like, figured out where it is to the beach. So it's, like, 2 minutes walk down to the beach, down the main road.
Oh, brilliant.
And there's, like, 3 beach bars there. So we can have a beach day. And then also in the evening, if there's no entertainment, lol, if there's no guy with an acoustic guitar or a DJ on in by the rooftop pool, we'll just walk down to the old front and have a mooch, and it's going to be great. And it's actually quite good because both of our holidays, what am I talking about? Our birthdays are in July, so we've just asked for money for our parents. Then it's just going to buy us cocktails.
So you can just have that on holiday. Yeah.
So yeah, and then we come back and it's your birthday. So it's all like, it's party time, July. Party July.
Yes, I know. And I'm actually doing something for my birthday this year. Can you believe? Like, I always do something little, but it's turned into a bit of a group session, my birthday this year, which is quite exciting.
I was explaining that to Freddie and he was excited for you. He was like, oh, I'm excited to go, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, Lee's not celebrated in ages.
No, well, I don't really have a massively mixed group of friends just because it's like, oh, it's effort, isn't it? And it's like, blah, blah, blah. But this is a good mix of people. I think I've got a good mix. You know, like judges' houses, and you've got a good mix of people.
Everyone's going to get on. A lot of good chat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There'll be no worries about that.
But ritual.
But I was going to say,
what do you think? Did I answer that?
Yeah, what's your ritual? So, and what's Freddie's as well? Because I don't imagine Freddie... Is Freddie a sun god? Does he like a bit of sun? I don't know. I just would expect
but he has to put the effort in, you know? He gets a really tan face, and that looks nice. But last time we went on a sunny holiday, we played backgammon. I taught him how to play backgammon, and we played that, like, by the pool. And then just, like... I never read, like, ever. I can read, guys.
Don't you?
Disclaimer, I can read. I'm not an idiot. But I'm going to try and finish a book. That's the only time I read is when I go on holiday. It's
yeah, well, you're not the only one. Like, I will take a book, but generally I'll just get distracted and I won't read. Unless I'm fully engrossed in a book on holiday, I probably wouldn't read. I mean, I don't really read on the plane.
Too busy
I listen to
Bloody
audiobooks. Well, not on the bloody plane. One of those Britvic Bloody Marys. No, thank you.
I weirdly don't mind them, but I always ask for a little lemon and a sachet of pepper just to zhuzh it up a bit.
Oh yeah, just to make you feel alive. I'm
So
actually
alive.
thinking of making Bloody Marys before Adele, which obviously will have just gone by the time this episode goes out. But Holly and I'm staying at Holly's, and Holly and I are going to have like a big breakfast beforehand. And I think, I might, because I've
Make
never
the
made Bloody
BMs,
Marys, but
yeah.
I've got a recipe for it. And apparently, I did not know this, but you neither shake nor stir. You're meant to roll, apparently.
Roll?
Now, yes, exactly. What does roll mean when it comes to cocktails? Well,
it that thing
so
with the
shaking
spoon?
obviously is shake.
Yeah, shake your booty.
Stirring is you stir very lightly with a spoon to do, slight dilution, and mixing. Rolling is where you're meant to, so you put all the ice in, all the ingredients, and you're meant to kind of just roll it from
so
like
in
one
the
end to the
shaker,
other
right.
without shake. Yeah, because apparently and that keeps the texture of the tomato juice. This is very boring for anyone who doesn't care about making Bloody Marys, but this is a bit of inside knowledge for you. You meant to, and I think stirring is like too little, and then if you shake, it's too much. So you meant to roll. That's apparently the secret of getting a really good Bloody Mary. Although you never rolled last time when you made that great batch.
Bunged it in that jug, didn't we? So good. But you know what the key was there? You got to rim the glass. You got to put a spicy rim on that glass.
Absolutely.
So make sure you do a posh rim. Posh rim job.
Yeah. I'll do a posh spicy rim for Holly. I'm sure she'll.
It's just how she likes
she'll
it.
love that. Just how she likes it. A nice spicy rim, bless her. I'm going to be so jealous of your holiday. Then it's going to be. It's going to be fantastic.
Right? I can't wait.
And you're going for how long? Just a week?
It's 6 nights in the rooftop pool number 1 in Lloret de Mar, and then it's 2 nights in the Hoxton, Barcelona. Also, do you know what? I've been to Barcelona loads. It's where I've been the most out of all city breaks, and it's amazing. It's a beautiful city.
I've never been.
Have you not? Oh, it's great. We should go. I've been loads of times. And every time you go, you'll just discover something else. There's loads of cool cocktail bars. So I think maybe we'll go out around the hotel, but we're not going to be doing like full. We've both been before, like sightseeing, so we'll just be hanging around the rooftop
and that's
pool.
good because you can. I've had it up before on holiday where you're like, right, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, and then you get to it and you're like, I can't really be, but like sometimes it's just nice to just chill out. I do like a bit of sightseeing. I like a bit of an activity. I like to go. I tell you what, I do like to go to the local supermarkets and find the Lays,
Oh, you go see the Lays, and the flavours we don't have.
And you're a Brit abroad, and you're like, oh look, guys, they've got Tic Tacs, but they call them tactics. Have fun,
my God.
Have fun. Like
every flavour of milk.
You're such a knob, and they must look at you like. Yeah. And then when I went to Lapland, I didn't realise in Finland they created those Moomins. So every shop we went to, like those Moomin characters were just everywhere. So it was like, and they've always got like fun little stuff. But I always think we must come across as such arseholes, Brits abroad. Like what?
Easily impressed.
Like what foreign people must think of us, where they just think, oh God, it's the equivalent of like, when you go to. When you live in London and then you go up north and you do that, guys, oh my God, I just bought a round for £9. What the hell?
What the
oh my God.
And then I end up spending
right,
more
guys.
than I would have spent because I'm so excited about it, and I just buy all the rounds and I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah. But then you're like abroad, it's just like, look, guys, Lays. Oh my God, how
They
cute.
call them
They're
Lays.
not called
Paprika.
Walkers.
Paprika Lays. Oh, they are delicious.
Although I did have in Turkey once a pistachio magnum. I've never seen one in the UK, and my God, I was like, oh, so good.
I love pistachio ice cream. Oh, I've just remembered I've got some chocolate ice cream in the fridge. Afternoon snack, anyone?
What soft drink? I think everyone knows the answer to this. What soft drink mostly reminds you of abroad?
It's the one and only.
I think everyone knows the answer.
It's the one and only Fanta Limo. Isn't it like no other?
Fanta Lemon. Like, everyone should have gone Fanta Lemon. What happened with that? Why has it become... Fanta has really played a blinder for that, because by not releasing it in the UK, everyone,
we do
when
have
they
lemon
go abroad...
Fanta. It just doesn't taste as good. But if they just pronounced the lemon, Fanta Lemon with the IMON...
Oh, yeah, of course. We do have lemon Fanta, because actually, when people have lemon Fanta... in the UK, you always go, oh, it reminds me of holiday, that.
I never
and
buy
like,
it.
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
you just like never, you would never
no,
buy
I
it.
don't.
But it's not the same because you need
whatever
it in the
happened
glass bottle.
to... You do need it in the glass bottle, yeah. And whatever happened to Fanta Fruit Twist, I want to say? There was like a fruity one as well. That was my favourite.
Really? The red one? I think it still exists. Maybe any Fab Lifers who are Fanta fans, let us know. But Fanta fan Fab
Put the fan in Fanta.
Yeah, I'm sure that still exists. I didn't like that one, the red one.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I quite liked that one. And also, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So let's talk, like, because glass bottle is the pinnacle
ultimate,
of drinks when it comes to like Coke and stuff like that. Yeah. Anything from a glass bottle. And they do apparently use different recipes for each. Now,
sugar quantities and stuff, I think is like, because we're really strict over here now, aren't we? Like sugar tax and all that and whatever.
Yeah. But I'm going to say something maybe controversial here. I love the Coke that you get in like cinemas that is already pre-mixed and it comes out of one of those dispensers.
I don't mind.
I love them.
Yeah, because it tastes a bit different. I
think it goes for me. Glass, pre-mixed dispenser, can and bottle.
Plastic bottle is way down. It's so shit.
Way down.
It goes flat.
Way down.
It goes
so
flat.
Shit.
Yeah.
It goes flat.
Do you know what I love as well? When it comes to can, I would even divide the can size, right? So the 330ml, the regular one, I'd start with, you know, the ones you get with like as a cocktail mixer, those tiny ones, because they're so fizzy, because they're so small, they're just so fizzy and they stay fizzy. And then you can get the size up from that, the very slim one.
Oh yeah, it's like butt plugs. You start with a small size and you
Ease
go
your way
up and up and up.
Ease yourself in. And then the biggest one is last, start the can size, and then plastic bottles behind that even.
Can I just tell you why I said butt plugs there? Is because my friend who I won't name, rang me earlier and was like, I'm going in to buy my first butt plug. And I was like, oh, lovely.
Who can I
so
ring
that's
about
why
this?
It was on the brain. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. I was like, oh, why are you telling me?
Hey, our advice is always start small, guys. Work your way up, you know.
Start small, like a Coke. Like Coke, you know. You start small. It'll fizz up quite a lot. And then you go big. And then by the time you know it, you've got a full-on bottle there, like Kinga.
Big
well
glass
done.
bottle. Oh, God. That came up the other day, actually, that Kinga bottle thing on Insta.
She's never lived it down.
She has.
Do you know what I was thinking the other day, right? I wonder what the... you know the woman who put the cat in the bin? I wonder what she's up to now.
I wonder what she's doing now. She broke out of
what
prison.
Is she doing?
Because wasn't it like, people were like, she should get arrested for that. Oh, God.
Oh my God, like it was probably mental behaviour, wasn't it? But she often like pops in my head and I'm like, I wonder what she's up to these days.
Oh, God, love her. Was it her cat?
No,
was
it was someone else's cat.
That's just even weirder.
And do you remember the video? She sees it and then like she looks around and she opens it and puts the cat in the bin. Like, what a mental thing to do. What happened to her? She must have hated this cat. By the way, no one can say this podcast isn't topical as well, guys. We're talking about the cat, like we're probably dissecting the catwoman. But she must have like hated the neighbour's cat and like
it must have been defecating.
It was kind of the first video that went properly viral as well, wasn't it? It's like the first. It was like the advent of viral videos. Like I also think of that woman who, you know, Susan Boyle's audition, and they cut to a girl in the audience, and she's going. like she's like judging her, as we all
Where's
did.
she
We all
now?
thought Susan Boyle was
Eating
going to
her
come up.
words.
Yeah, but I'm always like, what's happened to you? Because
Yeah.
she's probably just pulled a face like everyone else, and poor Britain's Got Talent bloody showed her off. Apparently she got death threats from it.
No way, did she? How did people know who she was? A word must have spread though, like, oh, that was my friend from school. That's where she lives.
Well, yeah, and also like it was watched by billions. Do you know I met Susan Boyle? Not met, but like she did Loose Women. She is tiny. It was like the Queen. She is utterly
Is she?
like petite. Yeah, she's like she's tiny. I was like, and she looked quite like old tiny, like you know how the Queen is at the minute.
Yeah.
Like she was I remember her being a bit like that, and she was wearing these little flat shoes, and she seemed lovely, but yeah, utterly tiny. I was a little bit starstruck.
When you see people, in real life, and they're really small, and you've got it in the, you know what I mean? Like, who have I seen that's, I can't remember now. It's all falling out of my head. But Amelia Clark out of Thingy, when we watched her on Graham Norton, she was so small. I was like, you're actually under 5 foot tall. You must be. So weird. You just don't think about their height when they're on telly.
Well, Simon Cowell, talking of Britain's, like, you know, Susan Boyle, he's like small. Because I've told you about the time that I got in the same lift as him, not a cab or anything.
Right down there, Simon.
Well, I was like, I always said he could not have looked any more like Simon Cowell if he tried. He was like a lookalike of Simon Cowell. At first, I didn't realise if it was him or it was an actual Simon Cowell lookalike. It was a character. If I say to you, dress as Simon Cowell, what would you dress like?
The trousers up to the nipples. Trousers up to the nipples.
Well, that was the Pop Idol days.
The Pop Idol days, yeah. They're not much lower, though. Always a white shirt, though. Always a white
flared
shirt.
trousers. It was flared trousers.
And did he have sunnies on? Because he always wears, like, aviator sunnies, doesn't he? And then like a really intense black hairline as well, doesn't he? Yep.
And a long black coat. He was wearing a very long black coat and pointy shoes. And awful. He was chewing gum. He's always chewing fucking gum. So,
did he ridicule you for that, the way you pressed the button in the... That has to be the worst button press I've ever seen.
It's 3 yeses. I was like, are you going to the top floor? It's 3 yeses. Thank you. Okay, Thank you. Lovely.
Gonna hit the gold buzzer for that.
No, he was going to some, like, it was at White City House, Soho House, and there was some big conference, like Graham Norton went through. There's all these like big stars going through into the thing, and I was just going up to get the buffet from a different floor. And I was like, oh my God, I couldn't stop staring at him because he is one of them people where it's almost a bit like you don't ever expect to see Simon Cowell.
Yeah, you'd think they have their own club.
Odd.
Yeah, for like the mega rich.
Yeah, he's probably got his like Simon house as opposed to Soho House. But
his back garden.
Yeah, he was very small. And when we went to see X Factor years ago, he had like a little booster seat on his chair.
No, he didn't.
So like so
they
the
all
camera
look the
shots,
same
he doesn't
height.
look tiny.
Oh.
Yeah.
God love him. That's like Tom Cruise is always standing on the yellow pages, isn't he, or whatever? Or he's always shot in the foreground because he's so small. He's always running as well, Tom Cruise. Have you seen that episode of Family
as everyone
Guy?
says, whenever anyone mentions Tom Cruise, everyone goes, you know, he does all his own stunts. It's like, it's another fact that everyone knows.
We get it, all right? Yeah, no, in Family Guy, he's always running because he's always running away from his gay thoughts. That's what they say. So he's a closeted gay guy.
Allegedly, that's
allegedly, yeah. You can't catch me, gay thoughts. That's what they say. Poor Tom.
Savage Family Guy.
Poor Tom.
Savage.
I know. No one's safe. Tom's never been safe.
Well, no one will be safe from you and your tan next week, Lauren. I'm going to be very jealous. You're going to be glowing on my birthday.
Fingers crossed. Might just wear white. You know that really obvious thing people do when they've been on holiday and they wear white.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing.
And come back with a bit of your hair braided. Sorry, guys.
Just underneath with a bead in.
Been on holiday.
With a cheeky bead.
Yeah. Are you and Freddie going to get a caricature of yourselves done from like someone in the street?
Awful. Yeah, we got this from on holiday. Do you want a Barcelona fridge magnet? I got them for everyone. I actually do weirdly have loads of fridge magnets now that people have bought me over the years, so can't really ridicule that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a lovely holiday, Lauren. We're fine. Yeah. All right. We'll pop a pin in that. We have a lovely holiday. I'm going to be very jealous. We're sorry if this was a bit mishmashy. But next episode, which will air on the oh
my God, it's a ghost.
Something just fell in my room. It's a ghost, guys. It's a ghost. It's the sidekick. The 14th of July will be the next time an episode comes out, and that's when I'll talk about Adele, and also we will discuss birthdays, because it'll just have been your birthday, and then it's mine a couple of days later.
We'll pray for that. Return flight is safe and sound, and I don't get trapped somewhere, or Oh yeah, when are you meant to be coming back? The Saturday, which is the 9th or the 10th? No, it's the 9th.
Oh yeah.
Because my birthday's on a Monday this year. Boring. Which is why it's great that yours
on
a Saturday, because we can really party on down. So it's good.
Yeah. Can't wait. All right. Well, until then, have a fabulous holiday. If any of you are getting away this year or getting away soon, I hope it all goes well in the airport as well. Are you checking in a case, or are you just doing hand luggage?
We're doing hand luggage, and we're doing EasyJet and Ryanair separately, and then we're doing Luton and Stansted. Right. So they're not as bad, touch wood, compared to Gatwick and all those ones. So we've got 2 pieces of hand luggage each. I'm actually looking at it now. I bought a new little case. They're ever so strict on the guidelines, aren't they? So I'll let you know on that. Pray for me, Fab Lifers. Pray for my safe outgoing and return flight. Yeah, everything crossed for you, babes.
All right then. Well, have a fabulous time. This has been Series 2, Episode 20 of Fab Life
with Lauren and Lee.